What's up, guys? It's Duel Factory once again with another video. It's a couple days after Christmas, so happy holidays to all of you. I hope you had a wonderful Christmas. That being said, I wanted to bring you guys my new Darklord deck profile. I had previously recorded this, however, for Christmas I did get a new camera, so I'm very excited about that, especially since I started streaming, because this camera actually streams in 1080p. So hopefully that improves the quality of the Duel videos I've been bringing you guys. Also, I have a new token that I got from Ray. Shout out to him. Sword Art's one of my favorite animes to watch, and Asuna is one of my favorite characters. So I'm really excited about that. He also got me an Ultimate Rare Air Neos that I'm very, very excited about because I have a Neos collection. I'm hoping to finish that so I can show you guys one of these days. I think that'd make a pretty cool video, or just show you my collection in general. Anyway, for those of you who watch my stream, though, you do see that I have been playing Darklords on there. I am playing the Christia build, and I've been going back and forth on cards and whatnot. However, I wanted to bring it to you guys because I've had it sitting around in a binder for a while now, and I just haven't took the time to put it together. So that being said, let's get on to the deck profile. So to start off, we do play 3 Darklord Ixchel. She's the best one in the deck. She discards another Darklord. It discards any Darklord card in your hand along with itself, and you draw 2. So it's a Destiny draw. And then all the Darklords share a unique effect that during either player's turn you can pay 1,000 life points. Well, all the new Darklords anyway. But you can pay 1,000 life points, and then you can but you can activate one of the effects of one of the Darklord spell or trap cards in your graveyard and then apply the effect. So you can get multiple Darklord contacts in the turn, which is their archetype-specific Monster Reborn. You can get multiple Banishment of the Darklords in a turn, which is their Rhoda for the deck. And you also get to use cards like Darklord Rebellion and Darklord Enchantment without having to wait a turn to activate them if you can get them in the graveyard. So that's kind of a cool effect that they all have. The older ones don't, but all the new ones do. Second best card in the deck, you play 3 Darklord Superbia. What he does is whenever he special summons from the graveyard, he special summons any Darklord from your graveyard. So that being said, he can revive all of them himself, other than he can't revive himself, which kind of sucks, but it is what it is. However, his effect can miss timing. So for example, if you activate a Darklord contact through the effect of a Darklord, you will miss the timing to activate its effect to special summon a Darklord from your graveyard. So you have to keep that in mind when you're playing this deck. And then we also play 3 Darklord Nastin. I see a lot of people playing 2, which I can understand, because this card kind of clogs in your hand. However, he is the only Darklord you play. Sorry if I keep touching the cards. I'm trying to get him centered in the camera. But back to Nastin. He's the only one that he can summon himself. And how he does that is he discards 2 other Darklord cards from your hand to the graveyard, which is unique because it also sets up your Darklord Rebellions, enchantments, and whatnot. So that is a neat effect about him. And then he's also a 2600 beater, so he's kind of beefy. So I like that. And then he's also level 7, so it lets you go into level 7 plays. And then that's it for the 3-0s. On to the 1-of Darklords. I don't know how to pronounce it. It's Darklord Catalapoca, I think it is. I'm not 100% sure. But he's the hand trap of the deck. So basically what happens is if your Darklords to be destroyed by battle by card effect, you can send him to the graveyard instead from your hand, and it negates the destruction. So that's a neat effect. It also protects you huge boards, because a lot of times you have boards where you want to have multiple Darklords on field, so you have multiple chances to activate the trap cards from the graveyard. And then if your opponent has a board wipe, it kind of hurts. So you discard this and protects the Darklords. It keeps them safe. So we play him as a 1-of. 1 Amdusk. Amdusk is similar to Salvage, where it adds cards back to your hand, but what its actual effect is you discard him and another Darklord, and then you target any Darklord card in your graveyard and add it to your hand. So he can also target himself. So he's another way to set up like your Darklord Rebellions if you happen to draw them, or if you need to search him and have a way to put him in the graveyard, or you can add bad Ixchels, Nastins, things like that. So it's a good 1-of utility. And then since I'm playing the Christia build, I'm only playing 1 Darklord Zerato. I notice a lot of builds playing 2 to 3. I don't think that's correct, just because even though it's a powerful board wipe effect, you don't really have a way to summon it outside of dumping it and then Darklord contacting it. It can be tribute summoned if you have 4 more dark monsters in graveyard by tributing 1 dark monster, but opening multiple copies of this card just doesn't seem very good to me, so we cut it down to 1. But it is level 8, so it has synergy with Superbia for rank 8s. And that's all the Darklord cards. On to the non-Darklords. I play 2 copies of Christia. A lot of the Christia builds, or a lot of the Darklord builds I see don't play Christia at all, and I can understand why. Just because if you open multiple copies, it's not very good. However, Christia itself is a Vanity's Emptiness with 2800 body behind it, which is a very, very, very powerful effect. Plus, you can also special summon it from your hand if you have 4 fairies in your graveyard exact, which isn't very hard to pull off in this deck. Plus, when you do that, it adds stuff back to your hand, like Ixshells and Amdusks and Nastins and stuff like that. Also, since I'm not playing multiple copies of Zerato, I kind of wanted to increase the number of level 8s that I play in the deck, just to make Trade-In more live in my hand, and this card fit the bill perfectly, so we play 2 copies of that. To complement it, I play 2 copies of Vanity's Fiend. It does the same thing as Christia, only it's a 2400 body, and it's a 1 sack. It also makes Allure Darkness more live in your hand, because you're not always going to be able to summon this card, or you're not always going to win the die roll. So that being said, I just play the 2 copies of it because I don't want to brick with multiples in hand. And then for the Spice, I played 3 copies of the Dark Creator. So what this card does is, it can only be normal summoned or special summoned if you have 5 or more Darks in your graveyard and you control no monsters and you just summon it for free. And then its effect is you can banish a Dark monster from your graveyard to special summon any Dark monster in your grave. So that being said, you can banish any Dark monster and summon a Superbia for free, and then Superbia activates to summon another monster out of your graveyard. And the neat thing about it is it's level 8, so it has synergy with Trident and also has synergy with Superbia, because it can make free rank 8s with this. So you could go Dark Creator, banish for a Superbia, use Superbia's effect, and we'll say you're going to bring back Nass, and that's what's in your graveyard. So you have a 2600 Darklord that's ready to run stuff over, and then you can use the Creator and the Superbia to make a rank 8 to deal with any problem card that your monsters couldn't do naturally. So I think it has a lot of cool synergy in the deck. Plus, it's a good card for Allure. And then that's it for the monsters. Onto the spells. I play 3 copies of Banishment. It is the Rota for your deck. It searches any spell, trap, or monster that has Darklord in the name. So we play 3 of it. And then we have 3 Darklord Contact. This is the Monster Reborn. It can only be activated once per turn, and it summons a monster in defense position, so keep that in mind. Plus, if you use a Darklord to bring back a Superbia, using its effect to copy Contact, Superbia will miss its timing, so you need to keep that in mind. And then for the draw power, because this deck's like basically draw power, Central, it's Trade-In. It's the best draw card in the deck. It puts your Superbias, your Christias, your Creators, all that stuff in the graveyard for you to use. I play 2 copies of Allure Darkness. You don't need 3, and honestly I don't like this card, but you do need to play it. 2 Potted Desires. Like I said, nothing with draw power. However, I've gotten to the point where I just kind of want to start playing 2, because you can only resolve 1 per turn, but it is a hard +1 in Yu-Gi-Oh, so you want to see it. And then I also play 1 Upstart because I am playing a 40-card deck. And then Soul Charge, if you draw this, you should win because you're just going to bring back a bunch of Dark Lords and your opponent can't deal with all the multiple beaters. And then Foolish Burial for utility to set up your graveyard for Superbia, Dark Creator, etc. And then onto the trap cards, I play 2 Rebellion. I play 2 of this over 2 Enchantment just because this card can pop Pendulum Scales, it can pop Back Row, Problem Monsters, and it's non-targeting. So, play 2 of that. I do play 1 Enchantment. I think it's still important to play a Snatch Steal, especially when you have an archetype searchable specific one. So we play that. The only downside is it targets. 1 Vanity's Emptiness. It's the best trap card in Yu-Gi-Oh! And then my favorite trap card in the deck is Eradicator Epidemic Virus, because you set up 2,500 dark monsters all the time. Especially with this, we'll say this Ixchel and an Archlord Christia. It's very hard for you to lose the game. Like, it's almost impossible. Not saying that's not going to happen, but when you rip 7 spell cards out of your opponent's hands, you feel pretty good about it. So that is the main deck. It is, if I can get them all to move at the same time, it is 40. On to the extra deck, the 2 tokens I play. Piccolo is my favorite character of all time, and Austin was my favorite character from Sword Art Online, so story behind those. And I play 3 rank 7s, Red Eyes Flare Metal Dragon. What's cool about this is you can do a lot of damage in this deck, and then you can summon this and your opponent they can't win. 1 Big Eye, it's a good generic rank 7, and then 1 Guy Dragon because Gofu tokens get left up, and then you punish your opponent for leaving Gofu tokens up. 1 copy of number 23, LeBron. He can steal games just like Nightmare Shark does, so we play him. 1 Alcei, he's unique. You can bounce cards with this card for free, or if you get lucky and call Soul Charge and stuff like that, you just proceed to win the game. 1 number 38, he's the best generic rank 8, and then 1 Giant Grinder because you can randomly kill your opponent through their huge boards with just this 1 card. Cypher Dragon to take your opponent's monsters and overlay them with either Full Armor Photon Dragon or Dark Matter Dragon, depending on the situation. And then I have 1 number 81 Super Dreadnought Rail Cannon Super Dora. He's just really hard to deal with if you don't have a Kaiju or a Raw Sphere Mode or something like that. 4K ass, can protect itself, 3200 beater, it's really good. I do play 1 Gustav Max because you can steal games randomly with this, and then I do play the Spiders. And that was it for my deck profile for Dark Lords. Always remember to like, comment, subscribe. I'm always open to suggestions. Tell me what you want to see. I'm always up to feedback. And then I also, in the description below, will have a link to my Twitch stream and also to my store. So if you guys would stop by, give us a look. If you go to my Twitch channel, I'd always appreciate the follow, help us grow, etc. Always remember to like, comment, subscribe, and hopefully I'll see you guys later. Peace.